That man said you're qualified. Oh wait, just kidding. No, you're not. What? Walking to MEPS. Please don't hit me. All right. But yeah, so I'm downtown. It's 5:14 a.m. MEPS doesn't start till 5:45. But you know, gotta be there a little early. They said it's gonna be busy, so I'm trying to be in the front of the line so I can go ahead and knock this out. But yeah, sure to get this over with, man. So hopefully we're not up here too long today. Hoping to be out of here by 2 p.m., but I guess we'll see. So, I'm free. Oh, I'm free. Oh my gosh. Bro. It's so warm. It's 2:25. Bro. I'm just now leaving. Like, I haven't seen the light of day since 5:30 this morning when I made that video, bro. Yo, what it do? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I wasn't gonna make this video right now, but since I am locked out of the house, I will be making this video. So I went to MEPS today, you know what I'm saying? Hooray! Yeah, man, I don't know, long day. Let me start from the beginning. Recruiter said be up there at 5:45, you know what I'm saying? MEPS is only 13 minutes from me. I live in South Dallas, so it's right up the street. I woke up at 4:45, got ready and everything, you know what I'm saying? Try to be as perfect as possible going up there. And I parked at like 5:10, cause I left the house a little bit later. I went to eat something, so, but then I walked up to the door at like 5:20 something. It was like 5:25. I made a video, so I'll be sharing that video too. But yeah, I got there and there was like 2 people already there waiting. Chopped it up with them a little bit. They were both Air Force too. And it's really funny because the first 5 people there were all Air Force. Like, for some reason they told all Air Force people to get there early. But the thing was, we couldn't even go in the building till 6. So we get there and we're trying to go in, and the security guard's like, "Nah, you can't come in till 6." We're like, what do you mean? This thing starts at 5:45. Like, you trying to have us be late or something? Bro was like, "Nah, y'all can't even come in the building till 6. So we're sitting there just talking or whatever about like our jobs, ASVAB, stuff like that, where we're from. And then we're like, dang, it's only gonna be like 6 or 7 of us. Like, a few Army guys had pulled up. And we're like, bro, it's not a lot of people. Like, people usually say Friday's busy. Then, before you know it, bro, it's like, I think it's like 5:45. All of a sudden, you hear like a bus pull up. And out of nowhere, around the corner, you just start seeing people just filing up to the door. Like, just, I'm telling you, it's like 40 people got off the bus. I'm like, bro, what just happened? Like, where did y'all come from? But I forgot that most people go to the hotel and then ride the bus over to MEPS. So we had all drove. So the buses came and brought everybody. Most of them seemed like they were Marines though. And then I know there was a few Navy, but it was like Army and Marines mostly. Like, there really wasn't too many Air Force. And so after that, they got off the bus and like, they looked like they was in basic training. Like, they got off the bus, perfect straight lines, you know what I'm saying? Like, listening, taking orders. They got their bags with them and shit. I'm like, bro, are y'all shipping today? Like, where y'all going? Like, we don't have all that, but they look ready to go. So anyway, we all line up. We were all there first, so we're in the first line of people to go in the building. So I'm like the 3rd person to walk in the building for MEPS. So we go upstairs, and we get up there to go into MEPS, get our paperwork and everything like that done. And as soon as we walked in and like got our like stickers and stuff, phones had to go off. So at this point, I'm like, bro, I thought I'd at least have like, you know what I'm saying, 10-15 minutes on my phone or something. No. So by the time we got in, we walked in at 5:50. We got up there probably 5:52. Phone was off at 5:53. Like, there was no slack. So phone was off, and then immediately, you know what I'm saying, sit in the chairs. After you sit in the chairs, all right, we're all gonna walk back, and we're just gonna start putting y'all places. So there's vision, there's the interview, which is the medical with the doctor, like you, the one-on-one with the doctor. There's the hearing, the blood draw, and then there was the breathalyzer, and then the urine sample. So, and you have a little badge with like, you know, the little labels on it, and you just color in each one as you go. But they're in like random order, you know what I'm saying? So it's not like everybody goes through this one, this one, this one. Like, you go wherever there's an empty room. And so everybody's finishing at different times. And I was still kind of in the front until I had to do the hearing test twice. And I think it's because I went in there, I sat down at the hearing thing, and I put the headphones on, and I'm waiting for the test to start, and I just don't hear nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, nothing was happening. And then, so I'm like, do I just press the button to start it, or like, is this supposed to start by itself? And so I'm hearing like faint beats, but they sound like they're outside of my headphones. So I'm just like pushing the button whenever I hear the beat, like, and then towards the end of it, like right before the dude came in, it was like, hey, take off your headphones. Then a voice came through the headphones like, hey, this is the hearing test, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, bro, is this the start of the test? Like, am I not done? I just did it. So he told us to take our headphones off. We get up, and he's like, all right, you're going to stay in here. He points at me. He's like, you're going to stay in here, and you're going to move over from 7 to 5. So they have them numbered. So I moved over one seat, and I like redid it. Like, I put the headset on, but this time when I put the headset on, it started immediately. Like, and I was just like, bro, what did y'all just have me do just a second ago? Like, I know I'm not simple. Like, I know I can hear, but you know what I'm saying? So anyways, fast forward, I did it again. And after that time, you know, it was all good. The first thing I did though, actually I skipped over it. First thing I did when I got there, I went to vision. So what I did was, you know, colorblind test and then depth perception. Oh, and then you do the actual like letters where you can see like which line can you see, and then like you read them across. Colorblind was easy. Depth perception, honestly, depth perception was really easy. Like, they were jumping off the screen. Like, it was, I mean, some people ain't got depth perception. Hey, I don't know. But for me, they were jumping off the screen. It was very easy. But after that, then we did the like read these letters to me lines. Bro, first of all, it's 5:45 in the morning. Like, I can't even see out of my right eye at this point. Like, my eyes are watery, like they're, you know what I'm saying? I ain't scratched the sleep out my eyes yet. And so I go to read the first line. She's like, which line do you think you can see? I'm like, shit, I can read line 10. You know what I'm saying? Cause I can see it, but can I actually read it? So I go to read it, and she's like, yeah, I get like 3 letters in. She's like, yeah, no, start over. Like, choose a different line. Because there's no Z and there's no X in that line. And bro, I'm like, what? What do you mean? There's definitely a Z and an X. So I like back up, like I wipe my eye. And you know how you kind of like try to get that clarity? So I go back in, I look at the line again. I'm gonna read the line above it that she told me to read, but I go look at the line that I just tried to read, bro. I was so far off, bro. Like, it's not even funny. Like, honestly, I would have been scared. If I was her and I heard that, I'd have been like, nah, little bro, where your glasses at? Like, cause I went ahead and I just read the line above it. And then I think that was with my left eye. And then, so I knew what to expect now. So she switched it. She's like, all right, this one's gonna be like your right eye. What are we doing? So I went to read it with my right eye, and everything was so clear. Like, it was so much clearer. And this was not the nearsight vision, but far vision. So from a distance, you know what I'm saying, that was a little harder. But when she moved them closer to, so it's nearsighted now, bruh. I'm in the nearsighted feeling like I can read everything. I'm like, look, give me the tiniest, the little 2% font. I'm like, look, I can read that. So, but I played it safe, and I didn't really go like all the way down because I didn't want her to be like, look, you failed it. She was cool though. But I just played it safe, you know what I'm saying? I read like line 12 or something. There's only like 14, 15 lines. So I read like line 12. So easy to read nearsighted. After I did that, then I went to hearing. And then from hearing, I did my blood draw. And she was like, you better not be scared of no needles, all these tattoos you got. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not allowed. We did the breathalyzer. So they put it like most of us in the room. It was like 24 of us in the room. And there was only like 4 girls and 20 guys. So we all just kind of sat in rows and waited till they came around with the breathalyzer machine. Did that. I mean, quick, simple. Unless you know what I'm saying, gargle some mouthwash or was drunk last night, you passed. And after that, we came out of that room, and that's when we had to sit down and wait for the urine sample, bro. When I tell you, I went to the restroom when I woke up. I went to the restroom at 4:45. Okay. By the time I got to the urine sample, bro, I had to go so bad. Like, I didn't think I would have to go because I ate something, but I only ate like a little small like sausage link in the morning. So I really didn't eat a lot, and I had drunk like half a bottle of water just to make sure I had something in me, you know what I'm saying, for when they drew the blood, and then I could stay hydrated till lunch. And I don't even know what time it was at that point, but I'm pretty sure it was around like 8, 9 o'clock. Like, it had to be around 8, 9 o'clock. And you'd be like, how can it take that long if y'all are just doing this, bruh? When I tell you the majority of MEPS is sitting and waiting, like, it's not even doing the stuff. The stuff takes really not that long. It takes between, you know, depending on what you're doing, 5 to 15 minutes. But it's the waiting, bro. Like, because everybody's situation is different. So, but anyways, by the time I had to go to the restroom, did that. That was pretty quick, simple. There was one dude who, he had went to MEPS the day before, but he had to come back because he didn't use the restroom the day prior. So all he had to do was come back to MEPS and use the restroom today. Bro still didn't go to the restroom. I said, bro, there's no way. At this point, he was like, nah, bro, y'all made me wait too long. Bro, what are you talking about? The first thing you should have did when you got here is, if you didn't have to go to the restroom, you should have been chugging water, bro. You should have been eating something before you got here to have something in you to where you had to go to the restroom. Like, there's no way you went through 2 days of MEPS and you still did not have to go to the restroom. You went to the restroom at some point in the last 2 days. So they're basically like, they're not threatening him, but they're basically like threatening him. They're like, bro, if you don't go to the restroom, like, we're literally gonna like discharge you, like, or like, we're gonna disqualify you and you're done. Like, because you can't not go to the restroom, bro. Like, that's literally part of it. Like, all you have to do, give a urine sample. And he was like, I don't even smoke. Like, I don't smoke. So, I mean, it's not that I don't want to go. It's been almost 48 hours, my guy. Like, there's no way. You have a reason for not wanting to go. Like, there's something. So, long story short, bro talked all this about having to go to the restroom while we sitting there waiting. And we get up there to go to the restroom, and bro didn't go. So they was like, all right, you can just go. Like, you can just go wait in the lobby. So he's out there. They told him he couldn't sit down. He had to keep walking and pacing until he could use the restroom. So after that, I went and sat down to get ready for my one-on-one interview with the doctor. And bro's still walking. Like, by the time I came out of there, he was still walking. So he didn't go to the restroom for like 3 hours. Like, he was just walking for 3 hours. And they're like, if you don't go by 11:30, like, that's a rule for everybody. I think if you don't go by 11:30, by lunch, then you have to come back the next day, because they're like, look, you're not finna wait all day to use the restroom. Like, there's something going on. So I don't think bro went. I really don't. But so yeah, I waited in line for my turn to go to my one-on-one interview. It's really not as bad as everybody says it is, but I ain't gonna cap. Genesis, they not playing about Genesis, bro. And if you don't know what Genesis is, you need to go look it up on Reddit, because they will tell you. Genesis is basically the healthcare system that has all your like history, medical history, and documents in there. Like, bro brought up something that I didn't even know. Like, he brought up when I was 10 years old about like my knee pain. First of all, I didn't have knee pain. I got hit in my knee one time in a football game, bro. And he was like, oh yeah, they got this in here for your left knee, the pain behind your kneecap. I'm like, bro, what? No, that never happened. Like, I didn't even go to a doctor for my knee. Like, it wasn't that serious, bro. You got hit in a Pee Wee football game. Like, I'm not going to the doctor for that. I played the second half. Like, what are we doing here? But he was trying to say that, and I was just like, no, that never happened. Only knee problems I've ever had is my right knee, and I had surgery on that, and that was in college. Like, and so he started like checking out my knees. He checked my right one. He was like, all right, that's good. Then he went and checked the left one for whatever he was talking about. And he was like, oh no, there's nothing there. I just told you that. Like, what do you mean? I literally just told you that, dude. There's nothing there. Nothing's wrong with my left knee. But other than that, just kind of, you know, the duck walk, you know what I'm saying? All the stuff that people dread, the duck walk. all that stuff went quick. Like, he just flew through it. He was like, all right, put your arms out, do this. All right, put your arms out, do this. All right, hands behind your back. All right, hands over your head. All right, squat. All right, walk. All right. Like, it wasn't like squat down. He checked every, like, crevice of your leg and your arm. Like, he didn't do all that, bro. It wasn't a super, like, thorough, like, if I find a pimple on your back, you're disqualified. No, bro, it wasn't that deep. But I went into it thinking it was that deep, you know what I'm saying? So I'm in here, like, nervous. I was sweating so bad the whole day, bro. Like, did all the one-on-one stuff with him, and we get to the point where it's like, all right, he's sitting there writing stuff down, taking notes, and I'm trying not to, like, look, but I'm looking like this, like, trying to see what he's writing, because I want to know, you know, what's going on. Like, I don't want him to do all this and then get to the point where it's like, oh, okay, you know, here's what it is. Nah, I want to know beforehand so I can prepare myself. So, bro gets to the point where he's writing stuff down and everything like that, and then he looks over at me, he's like, all right, well, you're qualified. And I was like, all right, cool. And he's like, wait, no, you're not. I said, what? I'm like, wait, what just happened? Like, what do you mean I'm not qualified? You just said I was qualified. What do you mean I'm not qualified? And it's because when he went to check my ears, I had too much earwax in my left ear. So he couldn't see my eardrum. So he was like, all right, I can't qualify you yet because we have to get that ear cleaned out and you have to come back and I have to look in your ear again. So I'm like, he's like, you can either go to your doctor and do it, or we can do it here for free. You think I'm finna leap? Why would I leave MEPS to go see a doctor so they can clean my ear, and then I have to schedule MEPS again and go through all of this again? Sir, be for real. So I said, nah, let's do it right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let's do this right now so I can get qualified, bro. I'm pressing the issue trying to get qualified, bro. Like, I am not trying to have him have any extra time to think or even look up anything else in Genesis or find anything. Like, bro, I've been dreading going to MEPS for so long just because of how people talk about it. Like, they find any way to disqualify you. And honestly, the doctor wasn't like that. Like, it wasn't like he was trying to find a reason to disqualify you. It was just like, hey, I'm going to look through everything. I'm going to ask you about it. And we're gonna go from there. You know what I'm saying? You can explain and you can, like, tell him, because he asked me about, like, the scar on my head, but he didn't say what about the scar on your head. He said, bro said, he literally, something along the lines, he was like, so in 1999 you got stitches? I'm like, bro, at this point I can't even deny it. Like, even if I wanted to be like, oh no, this is a scratch I got from playing, you know, tackle football in the yard, I hit my head on the curb or something, I couldn't even say that shit because bro literally brought the receipts. Bro had all the receipts. He knew when I went, and I don't even know when I went. So he could tell me what hospital, the day, the dates, like, all of it. So bro was just, he literally was like, hey, he was like, all right, I see here in 1999 you got stitches. And I was just like, yeah. I was just like, yeah, it wasn't really that serious. It was just a little cut, like, you know what I'm saying, downplaying it, you know what I'm saying, trying to get qualified, but it really wasn't, like, it wasn't that deep, I mean, as you can see. But the fact of the matter remains that bro had the receipts for everything he brought up the left knee that really wasn't nothing. He was like 2000, what year was that? I don't even know what year that was, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know when it was because it never really was. But obviously at some point my mom took me to the doctor and it went on my record. So everything he brought up though, it was like receipt. All of it, he didn't make up nothing. So the way people was explaining Genesis was like, they were gonna sit there and look at your body and be like, oh, did you ever break that arm? Oh, did you ever hurt that ankle? Oh, what about that mark on your face? No, like, they literally look at the computer. If it's not on the computer, bro, they don't ask you about it. Like, they're not gonna just bring up something random. They're gonna bring up what's on that computer. It was an experience, but luckily I was able to kind of go over there, sit and wait. I had to wait for like 10 minutes just to get my ear washed out. It really felt good. He did both ears. And I was like, maybe that's why I was struggling with the hearing test, because I had so much wax in here. But washed my ears out. And then I went back and luckily I didn't have to really wait in that long line again. I just went, sat by the door, and as soon as he was available, then I just went in there. He was like, all right, let me look at it. He looked in it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta blow your nose to make your eardrum pop or whatever, like you do on an airplane. And then he was like, all right. And then, so I had to sit there while he put everything in the computer. and he stamped it. And he's like, all right, you're qualified. Congratulations. You know what I mean? Go to the desk. They'll get you put in and stuff like that. So did that. Was excited about that, man. And I was just like, all right, now get me out of here before they change their mind. You know, like, where's the swearing table? You go to processing. So processing is a whole nother kind of thing where you just take the paperwork your recruiter gives you. After you go check in with your liaison from your service branch, you go to processing. And that's basically where they do your beneficiary. Make sure they have the right references for your background check. They do your fingerprints, and they put your contract in the computer, and make sure everything is right. It's not where you pick your job. It's just your standard contract. Like, hey, okay, we have you for a 4-year enlistment, and starting April of 2024, because it's 2023 now. So they just kind of automatically throw you in depth, and so. We did that. That was pretty quick too. And then after that, that's when you do the waiting game. I hadn't eaten to that point. So I ate at 4:50 before I left the house, or when I was leaving the house. And then I didn't eat again. It was 2:20, sometime like that. So bro, I was starving. I was hungry. And I have a picture of what I ate, and I'm putting it in some point now. But yeah. I ain't gonna cap, the sandwich banged some, because I was starving, bro. The sandwich was hard. The chips was good too. I ain't eat them little cookie things though. I ain't want them. And then I drank a little bit of water, but I was so tired, bro, and I was so ready to go. I went and sat in the little theater room. I didn't really feel like socializing. I was trying to bring me from up here down to here. And so I just wanted to sit there, chill out, bro. I couldn't even go to sleep because I was so amped up. But all of the people who were amped up, bro, all of the young people, they were all Army. The Army guys couldn't shut up. They would not stop talking. So they were ready to go to boot camp now. They were talking about, they're Army guys. They're ready to go shoot something, blow something up, do something crazy. And I'm just like, bro, y'all gotta chill. Me and there was another guy, he was 24, he was Air Force. And we were talking about cyber and admin jobs that we wanted to do. So we were just kind of hanging out in the room, sitting there, chilling. Just kind of played the waiting game until they called us up for to swear in. He had already swore in, so it was really just me and 12 other people. I actually need to go find that video on Facebook, and I will post that when I find it. That's the first time where I actually felt like I was in the military, because it was parade rest. So you're learning parade rest, and then you're learning to be at attention. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, you're learning different steps, different arm movements and stuff like that. And it's just how do I look? You feel like you look stupid. I felt like I looked stupid trying to do the, you know what I'm saying, the crease, the elbows and the, oh my gosh. But it's weird not being the best at something. When you're so used to being the best or good at something, when you do something new and you're not the best at it, it feels weird, but it's just more motivation to just practice and do better. It was a great experience. I'm so glad to get MEPS out of the way. I went in there to talk to my liaison about jobs. I was like, hey, was I supposed to talk to you about jobs? He was like, yeah, I usually do, but the system's down. I said, bro, come on now. But yeah, I asked him, he said the system was down, and I was just like, all right, whatever. I really wanted to know what was available and how soon, because I'd be okay with leaving 3 weeks from today, but I can't leave a week or 2 weeks from today. It's just too soon. So 3 to 4 weeks from today, yeah, I'd be willing to go. So that was pretty much my MEPS experience. After that, you know what I'm saying, I was ready to go outside. I was ready to get some sunlight, some heat, bro. I was so cold, just ready to dip. And I'm just excited to be sworn in, excited to get MEPS over with, and just ready to move forward the process. I'm excited. I'm glad to be here. Hope to make more of these videos. I'll keep y'all posted and updated when I do get my job, and how those talks go. And I also have to share my job list, because I haven't even really went through it yet. So I will make that video, but I think I'm gonna wait until I get my job, or until at least I make my list, my official list with my recruiter, to kind of go through that and make that video. So I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Hope this video wasn't too long. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time.